ladies and gentlemen, and to all my beautiful and wonderful and amazing peeps, my beautiful humans, no matter where you fall on the spectrum, no matter what we identify as, to all of my loves. Hello, how are you? Do you like my new hat? I love my new hat. Saw it on Amazon, had to get it. Feeling like the baddest witch in town. So, how are we feeling today? I know I asked you this earlier today. How are we feeling? How are we doing? How are we progressing on a daily basis with loving ourselves and loving each other? That's the important question. I am going to cut right into it today. We're gonna go ahead and talk about witchcraft, which is one of the most asked questions I get probably on a daily basis. Am I really a witch? Yes, I am really a witch. No, this isn't some social experiment or some morbid, pathetic bid for attention or to just want to be different in society's eyes. I have been a witch for probably as long as I can remember, especially now as an adult, knowing the things that I know and studying the things that I've studied, and just really as a whole, everything that I've experienced. Some of my earliest memories when I grew up in the Bronx on Bronx Boulevard, and all my little friends, some of the games we played and the things that we did and the way that I felt, the things that I thought. Now in retrospect, it was all those little things, and then of course obviously as I grew and matured and other things that I've experienced in life, it all led up to me finally opening that door and not being afraid to come out of the broom closet. I was nervous and afraid of what people would think, what people would say, and inevitably, when you know who you are and it's gotten to the point where you're tired of trying to fit yourself into this box that society says you need to fit in, you get to that point in life where you have to either live with the fact that you're going to keep repressing yourself, or you have to just come out and say what you feel, say what you think, know who you are, and start living your best life. And it has not been easy. I grew up in a family with a very devout Catholic mother. My father is an atheist, so while he was able to suppress his disdain for my mother's choice in religion, well, for the fact that she chose religion at all, when we were older, you know, growing up into teenagers and young adults, it turned out to be an interesting union between my parents. And what's funny is my mother remains a devout Catholic today, and my father remains a very cynical atheist today, and they are very much in love. They have been married for 50 years. Mom, are you watching this? I hope I got that right. And even though he does not respect the realm of dogma, he does love my mother, and he does accept her for everything she is, everything she does. And I will always love that about my parents. I will always know that I grew up with parents that, despite whatever issues that they may have had in the background, they never showed us anything but a united front growing up. And so they have always been a marvelous example for me for what I always wanted in a life partner. First and foremost, I want to start by saying witchcraft is not a religion. There are religions that do use witchcraft. What probably comes to the forefront of most people's minds is Wicca. More than likely, if you run into someone who is a Wiccan, they are probably a witch, but there are many witches who are not Wiccans. Again, I grew up in a devout Catholic household. There are Catholic witches, there are Presbyterian witches, there are Hindu witches, there are witches who are lawyers and doctors, and actually, much of modern day medicine came from witches back in the day. And witchcraft, to me, and I'm sure there are many witches who have their own idealisms and their thoughts on what the craft is. This is coming from a place that I know, that I am familiar with, that I have, and I've read countless books. I have done my research and my homework well. Witchcraft is an ability. The ability for what? Well, witchcraft is the ability to use your energy along with the energy of Mother Nature to promote and bring about change. That is what witchcraft is. Again, that is my definition through my experiences. So I do not judge any other witches with any other frames of mind. I think as a whole, witchcraft is always going to be defined through the experiences of any one specific witch and what they do, what they practice, what they work on, spells they cast. So there is that. Witchcraft is not what we see in the movies, quite obviously. Does it work? Absolutely. As a witch, I do not divulge specific information about what I cast, what I do. That's a very private thing for me and for those that I have worked with and helped. What do I do as a witch? Okay. I really would love to say that I am a garden witch, that I'm a green witch, and I'm not. And I want to be so bad because I love my little garden. Unfortunately for me, if it wasn't for my father-in-law, my backyard would be a barren wasteland. He's the green thumb in the family. So I just basically I buy the plants that I want planted and he plants them and I reap the benefits. Another thing that I do I tout myself and I pat myself on the back as a kitchen witch. I am a kitchen witch. Much of what I do derives from my kitchen. I do like to work a lot with oils and herbs and botanicals, which is ironic since I'm a shitty garden witch. I have become quite adept at tarot reading and I love it and I'm good at it. Much of what I do is for healing purposes. My grandmother was a healer, and my mother, as much as she will kick and fight her way to deny what she was given by nature, because my grandmother was a healer, my maternal grandmother, my mother also has the ability. She actually is the one, after I came out of the broom closet, who admitted that to me, and it was very eye-opening, and I love her for it to this day. Again, she's still a devout Catholic. She does not like witchcraft, and I know she does believe in it. She just thinks it's evil. What witchcraft isn't? It is not devil worshiping. I do not worship a devil. In fact, in true craft, there is no devil. The devil is a Christian creation that was brought about to scare people many, 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 many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago to believe in Christ. I don't eat babies. I don't sacrifice animals or small children. And I am basically a tree-hugging, peace-loving old lady. So, on that note, that was my introduction to you into the world of the craft through my eyes. Again, I do not speak for every witch. I speak for myself, and I guess for those who agree with my views on the topic. All right, my lovelies, I have quite a bit of things that I have to get done tonight. Some studying. You never, ever stop learning in witchcraft, ever. There's always something to learn. There's always something to know. And there's a whole world of magic out there, for lack of a better word. But I love that word. I love magic. To me, magic is basically science that we have yet to uncover. That is what magic is. Okay, my lovelies, so I'm going to end this here, and I'm actually gonna go and open up a couple of boxes. As I told you, this year I was really, really focused on treating myself and putting myself on the front burner as opposed to what I always do, which is ignore myself, which is why I just spent almost 2 weeks death-defyingly coughing. And now that the year is kind of winding down, it's getting close to the holidays, so it's a little harder to treat yourself when you're trying to save money for Christmas. So I'm going to open up a couple of, well, the last 2 purchases that I've made that I will be making for myself this year. And I fully intend on doing a video of my favorite products that I've purchased, used, and have fallen in love with in the year 2019. So stay tuned for that one. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to DM me. This will be going on YouTube. So, you know, follow and subscribe. And hit the subscribe bell or whatever for alerts. I'm still getting used to this. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm really trying here. Okay, my loves, I love you. Namaste. Blessed be. Have an amazing night. Look yourself in the mirror tonight. Tell yourself you're awesome, because you know you are. Love yourself. Love yourself so much. And then pass that love on to others who need it. We need it now more than ever. Good night.